Could do that. All right, everybody. Welcome to National Chumps Season 2, the college basketball preview show, even though college basketball is already going today. Some of us have taken 3 showers because, well, mid-majors make you sweat.
We're sweating.
Sweating bullets all day.
All day.
It's been so much fun, though. I love having it back. Just there's college football, college basketball, NFL, NBA. Sports are ringing right now. Gotta love November.
Yes.
Yeah.
November's a good time. It's a good time.
We get the sports equinox with all 4 major sports going at the same time. World Series,
Oh, yeah,
crucial.
NHL, too.
I love me some puck. I can't wait. I'm going to Avs game next week.
Nice. That'll be a good time.
Yeah, I'm fired up.
Hate the Avs, but sounds like fun.
Checks out, Minnesota guy. All right, everybody. In order to start the college basketball season, we must spin the wheel. We've tried to spend the last 30 minutes figuring out how to share the screen here on the platform we use. Hasn't worked. It's been a nightmare, been a disaster. So we're just going to spin it. I'll go first. I got my phone in my hand. I have the link up. And so we all agreed we're just doing 1 spin. We're not doing 3 spins and a suicide.
It is just 1 spin for all of the glory.
Oh, Lord. All right, here we go.
And let's remind the people that we spun the wheel for football earlier in the year. And honestly, wheel did pretty good to us. Vanderbilt, obviously, SEC powerhouse, or so we thought.
BYU, undefeated 8-0, going into Texas Tech week.
Pitt 7-2 might be in the driver's seat in the ACC in a couple of weeks. We'll see. I don't know.
Great times.
All right, here we go. College basketball. Oh, Lord.
Virginia Tech.
That's not bad.
Let me go next.
It's not bad.
Let me go next. I want next.
Go Hokies.
Dunham, can you send me the link so I can spin it on my phone?
Yeah, I got you.
Oh, I'll just do the same.
I got
All right. So Virginia Tech, what are your early thoughts, Dunham? Don't
know much about the Hokies. The ACC is a tough gauntlet. I mean, we could talk about the ACC here for a second. That's the Big Ten. Let me get my. Hang on, I'll find them.
Like I'm trying to think. Like, what is the biggest Virginia Tech basketball lore? Right.
I couldn't tell you honestly.
So I did some Googling. So they made it to the Sweet 16 in 2019. They had an NIT championship in 73 and reached the Elite 8 all the way back in 1967.
Not great, but we're on the Hokies. ACC preseason outlook here. Hokies are picked to finish 11th in the conference. That's not ideal, especially when the back half is teams that are not good at basketball. Let's see.
All right. Who wants to spin next? Bird, you got the link?
We're up and ready to go.
All right. Let's see it.
First Google search has Virginia Tech's coach on the hot seat, so we're off to a good start.
And Bird gets New Mexico.
Ooh.
Okay, that's a fun little spin.
That's good.
I don't hate that.
Here.
Bird, early thoughts on New Mexico?
Brutal. I was kind of hoping to go power forward. Yeah, I was really hoping to get a power 4 school out of that, but you know what? Mountain West might be top dog in the Mountain West. You never know.
No, New Mexico has definitely played good basketball, especially in the tournament the last few years. They've made it. Yeah. And, I think it's Rick Pitino Jr. running that squad.
Yep.
He's done a good little job over there. They've had some guys in the past, so that it could be worse.
It could be worse.
All right. Here's my wheel right here. We're going to spin it.
Watch, he's going to get Florida.
I know. Jacksonville.
Louisville. Wow.
Oh, okay.
Wow, what a pull.
I can work with some Louisville Cardinals basketball. A lot of history there. The guy who snapped his leg in half. That's a good good remembering right there. Rick Pitino's old school. Lots of allegations. But I think they're finally coming out of the rut from that. So
I was gonna say I like their coach a lot.
let's get this Louisville Cardinals basketball stuff in the cart. We're ready to go.
Yeah,
We're all in on Louisville.
I'm looking at New Mexico stuff right now.
Louisville, I have to say, I think I won the wheel out of everybody. So I feel
I
pretty good
agree.
about that.
Yeah, I
feel pretty good about that.
I'd agree. That's pretty good. Is our nightcap on yet?
The what? The nightcap?
Yeah, is Furman and High Point on yet?
Oh,
Yeah, they're almost at halftime.
I was gonna say I thought they'd
elite.
been playing.
What's the score?
I don't know.
I've been
looked
busy
in
trying
a
to
minute.
fix this stupid thing. That's 55-40 High Point. I'm about to be 3-0 if this continues.
Attaboy, good work. Yeah, Dunham's off to a hot start in college basketball.
What's new? What's new? Hot start, crappy finish.
Jaybird started 1-0 today, and
Then finished 1-5.
Yeah, I'm over on the day. I had a parlay with 6 schools, and Bradley lost to start the day for me, and then Drake couldn't cover 8.5. So tough start for me, 0-2. Yet to see my first win, but I think Florida's going to take care of it in this game here tonight.
Yeah, I got High Point money line here. I got Western Michigan money line there at home against Coastal Carolina. And then I got 5-leg 7-point teaser, Pittsburgh down to 7.5. They're down by 4, so that's wonderful. Michigan State minus 14.5. They're up by 4. That's wonderful. And Tennessee minus 20.5. They're already up by 11. So I'm good there.
Yeah, good start. Good start. Well, let's dive into the big preview. If we could get the top 25 poll up here, I know that Purdue tops the list. No,
sorry, that's the ACC. Hang on.
I was gonna say I don't think it's Duke. Matt Painter is at 1, Houston is at 2, and Florida is at 3. UConn also got a couple of first place votes. They're at the 4. We talked about it a little bit before the show started, but typically in these preseason polls, if you look in the top 12, your champion's in there. And in case you guys didn't see, Louisville at number 11. Watch out for them to be the national champions this year. Got a good feeling about Louisville. I like those Cardinals this year.
I'm sure you do.
They're the new squad, guys.
Sure you do.
I'm content with Louisville. All right. Give me a 3 seed and let them run the table.
No, I think we should all get a top 25 team.
Yeah. Well, New Mexico makes a tournament. You're fine.
Yeah, you'll be okay. Virginia Tech, not so much. I don't love that the first thing I Google is coach on the hot seat.
Yeah, it's not great.
Never ideal.
It's never great.
Never ideal.
So getting more back into our serious takes here. I don't really have any disagreements with the top, 5 teams in the country. Maybe a little bit with the order that they're put in. Because if you ask me, I think Houston is probably the most complete team here. I think their run of consistency is one that's just hard to mimic in college basketball. And if I was a betting man, which I am, I'd probably lean more Houston being the best team in the country right now than anybody else, just due to their consistency as a program their last few years under Coach Sampson. And, they're just longevity to stay a relevant college basketball team has been quite impressive.
Yeah, hard to disagree. I mean, if you're looking inside the top 5, Florida returns their entire backcourt. They got some transfers there. They're going to be just fine. They're still a pretty good basketball program. UConn has one of the best head coaches in men's oh my goodness.
Men's
basketball. Thank you. Struggling. And then Duke, obviously. BYU spent a ton of money in this recruiting class. They're the number 1 recruiting class in the country. They spent a ton of money. Kentucky, we'll see. UCLA I'm bullish on. We'll see. Alabama's going to put up 150 points a night if they can.
That's what they do.
What they do.
That's
That would've been a
SEC
good
basketball, baby. Run
So,
up the scoreboard.
no Auburn in the top 20. Oh, they're right there at 20. New head coach. I don't know what is in my eye. Oh my goodness. North Carolina, like, we're gonna do this where we just put a blue blood in there just because. Why not? What else do we have to do? It's North Carolina, right? They're gonna be good.
You would think so, but I think it's a team that has a lot to lose this year.
The coach was on the hot seat all last year.
Yeah, and it's going to start off the same way again. And I used to be a huge UNC kid growing up. Can't stand Duke. It's more of the reason why. But definitely a lot to lose this year. Jaybird, who do you like in this top 25?
I really, really, really like Houston. I love watching those kids play defense.
Yeah.
They just play so fast, so hard, all 40 minutes. Again, I would much rather see Florida, Houston at the 1-2, even if you just bump them up. If Houston's 1, Florida's 2. I don't really understand why Purdue is there. Do you guys have any thoughts about that?
Purdue has some good guards still. I think that is
So
probably what's packing their rankings a little bit.
Yeah.
And, they're always kind of up there. I feel like it's kind of similar to Houston. Matt Painter's got a good thing going on over in Purdue. They're always the staple of the Big Ten when it comes to college basketball.
They are.
That's just kind of how – and I don't think the Big Ten is as competitive as the SEC. I think there's a lot more teams at the top of the Big Ten that are super good. You got Purdue, you have Michigan. Michigan State's going to find their way up there for a few weeks. Wisconsin looks like they might be better. It just seems like the SEC has more competition throughout the entire conference. And maybe that's what's hurting Florida a little bit because there's a lot more parity in the SEC.
You can see it in his face.
But it's not wrong. It's not wrong.
I don't disagree. It's not
wrong. I'm not saying it's a good or a bad thing. I'm just saying that that's what it is right now. And that conference is good until you get to Georgia. All those teams could be in the top 25 at some point of the year. All of them, except for LSU and South Carolina, if you ask me. And I think LSU could even take a step forward this year.
Fine. Fine.
I'm an SEC guy through and through, but I think the drop off is like Mississippi State, Ole Miss.
I think it's Auburn.
And I'm kind of there too, Dunham. I don't think 7 through 16 are that great of teams.
I bet 3 or 4 of those teams are in the tournament, though.
It'll be a roller coaster.
Those teams are in the tournament.
I could see Mississippi State getting in a tournament.
It's the same
I
thing.
could see Vanderbilt getting in too. Vanderbilt usually has a pretty solid basketball team. Texas, Oklahoma could for sure get in. Oklahoma has one of the best transfer classes this year. I think Oklahoma could surprise a ton of people.
Sure.
But that's just the SEC, man. A lot of parity.
It is. It's like that in every sport, especially baseball.
I honestly don't know if Auburn's going to be that good. New head coach, same system, but is it the same motivation level?
It's going to be different. Standard? That's for sure.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I'd be very interested to see. Is Todd Pettiford still at Auburn? Think so.
I don't know. Journalistic integrity. I didn't really do my research for basketball. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm still stuck on football. I'm trying to figure this out.
Fair enough.
Yeah, college football's too much of a joke right now. I can't figure it out. I don't know who the best team is besides Indiana and Ohio State. So I just kind of
we'll do our reaction to the college football poll coming out tomorrow night. I'm excited to see where they don't put Iowa and where they put Washington. I'm thrilled. But I don't know. Like the SEC is going to be what it's going to be. It's going to be home court advantage. The bottom half is going to be the bottom half. They're going to steal some games. They're not going to steal some games. And then we're going to be sitting there and, I don't know, the end of February talking about which one of these teams at the bottom is going to steal a bid from somebody else. I don't know.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see, especially where everything comes out after non-con, I think, before we start looking at conference play. Because if you have, I think Vanderbilt had a really good start last year, non-conference, and looked like they were going to be one of these teams in the SEC that starts off a little bit on the outside, creeps up into the top 25 by the time conference play rolls around, and then just kind of starve a little bit in the SEC. But they're going to be good programs. It's just how much is the SEC going to eat each other up this year? So
I think it's going to be like every college basketball conference. I don't watching who was just on Northern Arizona and Drake's like projected to be in the tournament, and those kids couldn't hit a layup inside the circle, and it was brutal. We'll see. I'm excited. Let's bump over here to the ACC. Here's the ACC preseason poll. Duke obviously at the top, Louisville at 2, NC State 3. We're gonna do this shit with North Carolina all over again, like we do every single year.
yeah,
Nice to see Notre Dame in a conference name.
Yeah, Notre Dame basketball is meh. But first glances at the ACC, seems like it's going to be true to form again. I'd like to see NC State make another little run. I like their program over there. But gotta go with the Cardinals here. Gotta go Cardinals.
Yeah, I guess we're ride or die with the Louisville Cardinals. KFC Yum Center or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be fun to go catch a game there. I heard Kentucky's wonderful in February.
Don't know much about Kentucky, so we're gonna learn as we go, like we did with Vanderbilt.
Fort Knox is there. Good time. I'd like to see Syracuse take a step forward. That'd be nice. I'd like to see Boeheim's program and the tradition that he created resurrected, get going again inside the Carrier Dome, get him going. SMU being up there is fun. I love these small schools. Miami, whatever. Cristobal's not coaching the basketball team, I don't think.
Yeah, they won't have timeout issues late game.
They might.
Maybe it's a thing in Miami.
It's possible. It's hard. Nightlife. You don't want to take a timeout on nightlife. You just want to keep rolling.
Yeah, fair enough.
Let's see. Here's the Big 12. Houston at the top. BYU gets a vote. Texas Tech's up there. Another program that's going to start spending a ton of money. They play really good defense as well.
They do.
Dark horse Final Four pick. Texas Tech. Look out.
Yeah, I feel like they find their way in that same conversation of a dark horse Final Four pick every single season.
Yeah.
Ever since the one year they made it, it's kind of what everybody's been going to.
Yeah. Two teams right off the bat that I don't see doing as well as they did last year, Baylor and Arizona. Baylor doesn't have what was it? No, that kid's at BYU. AJ DeBansta, that's the kid that's at BYU, right?
Yeah, he's preseason player of the year.
Yeah, I can't remember the kid from Baylor that just had insane numbers. I think he's third overall in the draft, in the NBA draft. Baylor's not going to be as good this year, and depending on what that score is right now with Florida, I could see Arizona having an off year too. They still have their guard from last year. Was it Caleb? Is it Caleb Downs?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How's he doing tonight?
I haven't been paying too much attention, but Arizona's got the lead. It's 44-42.
You guys are weird. I got High Point and Furman on. Front runners.
I've watched enough.
Front runners.
High Point like stealing a bid. High Point always gets a bid.
High Point's got a sneaky good squad. They're up by 20 right now. They're only
nice.
4.5 point favorites coming into this. They're up by 20. Make it 22.
I made a fun $1 bet today for most of those top 25 teams to cover their spreads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
St. John's minus 26.5. Arkansas minus 26.5. Tennessee minus 28.5. Michigan State minus 21.5. And Colgate 34. Michigan State 37. North Carolina minus 31.5. And like 8 others.
Well, some of those,
Wisconsin, Houston, Houston's minus 36.5. Bama's minus 35.5.
yeah.
Crazy.
Some
Not
of
gonna hit,
those,
but it makes it fun.
well, some of those teams that like play super slow, some of those big spreads scared me. So I was out. That's why I did the teaser, and I don't know if the teaser's going to hit because, well, somebody can't stop playing patty cake with mid majors.
Tom Izzo.
Yeah, he's one of them.
But yeah, I like BYU a lot this year. I think they brought in a lot of good talent, and maybe BYU is just the top sports school in the country if they're gonna be this good in football and basketball.
And they got God on their side.
They do. They do.
Facts. Need them to start buying baseball kits too. A lot of money coming out of the Mormons, bud.
Baseball's a whole different animal. Like there's
with recruiting and money. I get it, but
there's, let me tell you what,
be kind of cool.
Yeah, go watch BP there and see how many little kids are running around because we had 4-year missionaries and they're 32 years old playing college baseball. Beautiful backdrop though. BYU baseball backdrop's incredible.
Beauty. Between
them, Utah and Utah Valley, some of the best scenery in the country for baseball. Pretty impressive.
Is the Big 12 considered one of the best conferences in college basketball as well?
I think they're the best conference in college basketball.
Yeah,
I think they always have been.
I think seeing Kansas at 6 compared to who we saw at 6 for the SEC might be kind of comparable. Like it's like I think that top 6 might be better than the SEC's top 6. But yeah. Iowa State, I'll never trust them. I'll never trust them during college basketball.
It's the one team
they play that 3-14 game every year. And I know they're going to lose. If it's not in the first round, it's in the second. The Cyclones are just not getting to the Sweet 16 ever.
It's like it's the program you see people, they'll put on like the bracket and they'll be like, "Oh, I got Iowa State going to the Final Four." It's like you look at them as like, "Dumbass,
fooled you."
Gotcha.
Yeah, they're never going to fool me.
No.
I can't stand the Iowa State Cyclones.
Between them and Gonzaga, never getting past the Sweet 16.
Oh,
never doing it. Never doing it.
Don't say that about Gonzaga.
Never doing it. How many times have they gotten past the second weekend and to do the Final Four, Elite Eight?
The last time I remember was when they lost in championship.
That's right.
Drew
Timme. What a beast. Adam Morrison.
I was going to say Adam Morrison's the more memorable one, breaking down
crying at midcourt.
Yeah, with the jersey that's too big and shorts down to his ankles.
Well, and they had the tall kid for the Thunder. What the heck is his name?
Chet
Holmgren.
Yeah,
right. Wasn't he a Gonzaga boy? He was pretty good. They were good those years. Just never got it done. But who else hasn't gotten it done is Houston. So. Is this the year for Houston to finally win that national championship?
It feels like they got to do it eventually, right? They got to.
You have to.
All right. Here's the Big Ten: Purdue #1, Michigan 2, Illinois 3, UCLA 4, Michigan State, Wisconsin, Oregon, Ohio State, Iowa, Indiana, USC, Maryland, Washington, and then garbage.
Yeah, exactly. But there's 12 decent teams here. 13.
I was going to go the same thing and say, realistically, I think there's only 7. In my personal opinion,
I think it's 9. I think Iowa's going to be pretty good.
I also think Indiana's going to bounce back. They also had a good transfer class come in, but this conference definitely has some firepower at the top with Purdue and Michigan.
Yep.
But somehow along the way, Purdue's going to go into Northwestern and find a way to lose that game.
Always.
It just seems to happen like that all the time. Minnesota's basketball is down bad. Yeah. Penn State's bad. Rutgers isn't good.
Oregon might lose to Washington.
Well, Oregon might be the best team in this conference.
I think that's a bit of a stretch.
Whoa! Purdue? You're taking Oregon over Purdue?
I think Oregon might have the best player in this conference.
Who is it?
That don't they still have that big old center who's
Yeah, they got Nate Biddle.
Yeah, Biddle. I love
so-
Nate Biddle.
So they returned almost everybody. Nate
They
Biddle
got a
comes
bunch of
back.
stayers, as Matt Painter would say.
Yeah. They returned Nate Biddle. They got Kwame Evans back. Jackson
Hey,
Shellstad
Biddle.
leads this team for the third year. And then
I do like some Shellstad.
Then they got the Chinese import Wei Lin, who averaged 22 in the Chinese Professional League last year.
Wei Lin?
Wei Lin, yeah.
Oh, I'm a fan.
And let me tell you what, like preseason,
I like him a lot.
Preseason, Shellstad's hand was hurt, like he broke his hand. Wei Lin, drive to the bucket, no problem. Shoot it from outside, no problem. Biddle's got the rebound, kick it back out.
Just get out of his way.
And just remember, Dana Altman, guy makes the tournament, gets to the second weekend.
Yeah, they don't lose the Liberty, huh?
No, they don't. Played a banger against Arizona too. That game was sick.
Was a good game. I think Washington is a team that should be talked about because they have had a pretty good transfer portal. And I think just like kind of what Jaybird said outside of like that top 6, I think it just gets really murky in here for that 7 through 14. Because I could see Iowa creeping its way into the 5 spot in this conference. I could see Indiana going up to 4. I don't know how high Washington can go. But I could see some of these teams that are ranked in this mid tier right now creeping their way up into that 3, 4, 5 talk by the time the year's over.
Give me Penn State #1.
You heard it here first. Penn State going to win the Big Ten outright.
I love your takes. I love your takes. So
they probably wouldn't even make the Big Ten tournament.
No, I don't like. I look up their win total real quick. I want to know their over under win total.
I'm on it. Okay.
Okay. I want to talk about Iowa real quick. Iowa basketball.
Okay. Oh yes. If the 3 is hot, Iowa's hot. Penn State's over is 10.5 wins. Wait, hold on. That might be for for football. That might be for football because that seems high.
All right. So Iowa hired Ben McCollum. Okay. So Ben McCollum had the Drake Bulldogs in the Missouri Valley Conference Championship game last year, 31-4. Before that, he was the head coach at Northwestern Missouri State, 51-12. He's like Kurt Signetti. Google me. I win.
In the basketball world?
Yeah. Google me. I win. That's Ben McCollum. So it might not be this year that Iowa gets going, but I could see like a head coach that has a culture of winning, builds a program, sustainable, gets into March Madness. Like, look out for the Iowa Hawkeyes, folks. I know the Big Ten's not the Missouri Valley Conference, but still, 31-4 and 51-12 is no joke. That's a winner.
All right, who we got next?
Did you find that win total?
I saw for last year's, it was 10. But I haven't been able to find this year's. Just bear with me. See, I'm on DraftKings right now on my laptop. Never been here before. So
All right, Bert, here's the Big East. Break it down for us. I'm going to also look for that.
Honestly, 1 through 5, I like. 1 through 5, I really like here. There's been a few teams in this that have, had great years, really good runnings, 4 or 5 years deep. Like I'm thinking Villanova, Xavier, Georgetown once in a blue moon. Got Shaka Smart at Marquette. Butler, Seton Hall. Was Seton Hall in the tournament last year?
I don't know if Seton Hall was in the tournament last year. I think they were kind of on that bubble watch,
Yeah.
I think the Big East only got 5 teams in.
If you look at it, St. John's, UConn, Creighton, Marquette, and Villanova. Or did Providence sneak in there? The Friars.
I don't think Providence did not sneak in last year. It was St. John's, UConn, Creighton, Marquette.
Villanova.
In Villanova. I think it honestly probably UConn's gonna run away with this one. I don't
think
I
so.
don't
I
know.
don't know. I like St. John's.
I think St. John's is pretty salty too. I like St. John's a lot. I think Creighton will be tough, but they're not gonna. I do think it's a two pony race.
Yeah.
100%. Two of these teams are going to make the tournament. Everybody else is going to be fighting for their life.
Yeah. I mean, Patino versus Hurley is an all-time coaching matchup. All time.
Yeah. How long into the season before Hurley starts whining though?
Yeah, he
Now
already has. I
Invitational
think.
again.
I think he already has.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I need to see that clip. You need
Yeah,
to send
I
that
think-
to me.
I think he already has.
He's been a certified yapper lately.
Well,
last few years.
his brother's going to get fired at Arizona State this year.
I thought his brother was at New Mexico. Oh no, that's St. John's. That's his son. My
That's
bad.
his son. Yeah, no, his brother's at Arizona State.
Brutal.
I don't know. I like St. John's. I like their run last year. I think I had them going deep. I bought them in the auction. Arkansas. Just send it to you, Bird.
I like St. John's too. I think Brick Pitino's got something cooking over there. Big East.
Can't get on my Twitter. I don't remember my
Big
login.
East shouldn't have much competition along the way. I think they should roll pretty easy. I see like four losses before the tournament.
From St. John's?
Yeah, I think they could have that kind of year.
Oh.
All right, saying the East Coast here. A10.
Love me
A10.
some A10 basketball.
Nothing better than a Thursday night A10.
Yeah.
You bet on the A10. You bet against the A10 today and paid for it.
Happens.
I can't believe you didn't take the Bonnies early on.
I like Bradley a lot. They were good last year. Bradley's had a good 4 or 5 years.
It's
And
like
it was a competitive game. Like it's not like they
Notre
got
Dame,
fucking
though.
blown out.
It's like Notre Dame. Bonaventure plays their best games early on.
Yeah, Notre Dame lost 2 games early on this year.
The Bonnies also have Woj as their GM, so
Dude, I was watching that on the field of 68.
That.
I was watching that on the field of 68, and the chat was just absolutely frying Woj. Dude, they were like,
cancer?
I don't know, but they were getting after him in the chat, and it's like,
surprised.
what the fuck did this guy ever do to you?
Shout out the field of 68 for a great streaming experience today.
Yeah, this is fun. Didn't they start as like a little like Twitter experience, and now they've blown up into this whole media empire?
Yeah,
Sounds like it.
Good
It's
for you,
just,
boys.
I mean, for what we expected, that's what we got. So I appreciate the effort all the way around. I thought it was decently done today, and that's about what I expected.
For sure. Man, I can't wait to bet on Rhode Island later in this season. God damn.
You're going to see Rhode Island as a dog at home against Duquesne, and you just can't resist. You
Pound
just
it, pound it, pound it, pound it.
I think the Billikens might be good again. I always like St. Louis. They usually have a pretty solid program over there in St. Louis.
For sure. The Duquesne Dukes at home. Hammer.
Oh, yeah. You got to take Duquesne at home. I learned that hard lesson last year. Never bet against the Dukes when they're defending their hometown.
Yeah, we're gonna have to figure out a way to put together some graphics and get our picks out, because generally the lines come out 24 hours before the game. Sometimes you might get them a little early, so you guys are definitely gonna have to stay tuned to the socials. Maybe I'll do a little afternoon rerun before we get out. You know, my last class of the day ends at 2:20 something, so maybe I can get some quick games in. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out as we go.
We're professionals. We know what we're doing. We'll figure this out.
No picks on Monday. No SWAC Mondays. We know better than that. We learned our lesson last year.
Well, you never know.
Yeah, I'm taking the Lobos to win this one for sure.
Dude, I love
no doubt about it.
No
doubt about it. We're rocking with them.
This conference is so much fun. Like, I love late night Mountain West basketball. Like, I remember going to bed a couple times last year, and I had to sit out in Nevada, Utah State sweat because Utah State was an absolute wagon for a mid-major last year. They're a team that a lot of people get behind, and these Mountain West teams typically are, right? Like New Mexico's a team that people really liked going into the tournament. San Diego State, they made a Final Four run not too long ago. Utah State, also a good team that everybody was on last year. Grand Canyon, the Lopes, people love them.
Joined the WAC for the first time. First time in the WAC schedule. I don't know if they'll finish fourth, but you want to talk about a tough environment to play in.
Yeah.
Lopes Arena is a tough one.
Like this is a legit conference. Like I know it's a mid-major, but it's definitely my favorite mid-major. And I might have a little home bias towards that being in Colorado. But you don't see me wearing Rams stuff. Like, come on. We're not huge Colorado State fans. But you know, I like the Cowboys up in Wyoming. They used to have one of my coworkers, her brother played on the team. Should maybe give a shout out to Grigsby the third, I think. John Grigsby, little 6'11" guy. We can get him on the pod. He talk about some Wyoming college basketball. But anyways, it's a fun conference except for the service schools because they suck at basketball for whatever reason.
They've got height requirements. You can't sit in an airplane if you're 7'2". It just doesn't work.
No, and I feel like they have some different, criteria when they're in the portal that maybe not a lot of people want to come one and done for.
Well,
can't really go one and done.
Can't go one and done. You got to start over.
It's crazy.
Start all over. So no portal. You just grab it, whoever you can. 5'5" white guy says, "Hey, I don't have any other sport to play." Guess what? He's shooting hoops.
Well, you'd be a great addition to our team.
Absolutely. We appreciate your service. So that's it for the conference previews. I'm excited, man. Furman is now firmly in control. This game's 41. Gross.
Yikes.
High Point can shoot the basketball. Look out. Look out. I'm excited. We talked the other day about national championship odds.
Yep.
Which was intriguing. I almost went 5 for 5.
You did.
But why it's giving me fits. FanDuel being dumb right now. Purdue currently plus 950, Houston plus 950. Those are your two favorites to win the national title. After that, it drops off a cliff. Duke plus 1,100, Florida plus 1,400, Kentucky plus 1,400. So if you feel like you have a feel on the national champion this year, now's the time to hammer away because we get closer and closer to March. Those lines are going to shrink to minus 150, plus 200. Get your value. Louisville is currently plus 2,000.
Give me New Mexico.
New Mexico.
We won't ask about Virginia Tech.
Virginia Tech is plus 20,000.
Wow. It's worth a sprinkle.
Sure.
So I think I'm looking at some of the top players to watch out for in college basketball this year. This could maybe make a lot of sense to why Purdue is number one. They have Braden Smith still.
Yeah.
The kid is an absolute dog.
Elite point guard.
And he's one of Matt Painter's stayers, if you will. If you saw that press conference interview with him, pretty interesting watch if you haven't already.
Doesn't he have the highest odds ever to win like the Wooden Award? Like
Braden Smith?
Higher than Cooper Flagg did.
I'm not sure, but I don't have those odds in front of me. JT Toppin, another cat, Texas Tech. Really, really good player for the Texas Tech Raiders. We took him in our draft last year, and kid can ball.
Kid can
ball. Shellstead, we talked about him from Oregon too.
Yep. He'll be fine. He's just coming back from a broken hand.
And I want you to watch out for my Michigan Wolverines this year because they had a really good transfer class led by Yaxel Lendenborg. Okay. Could have been a first-round pick in the 2025 NBA draft. Chose to go back to school, go to Michigan, transfer from UAB. So watch out for Yaxel this year. Could definitely be vital for a Michigan Final Four run.
Purdue also has Trey Kaufman-Renn still.
Yes. Yeah.
So-
Double machine.
Yeah. UCLA's got Donovan Dent for his like 15th year of college basketball.
Didn't he play at New Mexico at some point
last year?
Yes.
Yeah. So I was gonna say, that sucks for Bird, but he's there.
How about college teams being able to recruit G League?
Do you want to talk about some bullshit?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's
dude.
what I wanted to bring up. That's wow. BYU, Texas Tech, all those big schools I think Houston was one in the running too. They're all trying to get their hands on some last minute G League guys. I found that very weird. I don't understand the concept of it. I understand that you can play professional ball and then come play. Like we're seeing that from a lot of kids in Europe and Japan, and China, but
it's stupid, man. We need to fix this system.
Yeah, the NIL has definitely brought a lot of opportunities, especially in the basketball world, for some sneaky, weird stuff going on.
Yeah, I'm cool with the NIL stuff, like name, image, likeness, get your bag, do all that stuff. But at the second you play professional sports and you are getting paid to play, you're not getting paid to make an appearance or whatever. But if you're getting paid to play a professional level of sport, it's over. It's over.
So you should lose your amateur status.
Correct.
Yeah. I think they should have kept that rule, but it's not. No, you're good. Go ahead.
I think it's kind of a fine line. I mean, I don't want to sound like the devil's advocate here, but if you're getting paid to pay in college, what's the difference? Right?
But you're not getting paid to play a sport. You're getting paid for your service. You have to provide a service, but you have to provide a service to get paid.
Are you not doing the same thing in the G League, or are these guys just getting paid $450K to ride pine too?
No, they don't have to go make an appearance signing autographs. They don't have to go on local talk show radios and get paid that way. Like they could be like not doing it and they're still going to get paid. If these guys did it, they're not going to get paid. The NCAA has mandates that you have to make like certain appearances or acts of service or like do other stuff to get your money. Like it's not just for what you do on the court.
So who does this hurt the most outside of high school athletes?
JUCO athletes too. Like
I think with the JUCO rules now, it's not a huge loss either. Like for me, it's hurting high schoolers. That's the part that kind of sucks about it. Okay. But outside of that, I think a kid not doing anything in the G League, go do something at Houston, go do something at Michigan or Michigan State, like at least you're chasing something.
But why'd you go to the G League?
I don't know. Are they like, is it only kids?
Is it enough for it?
Is it anybody that gets drafted can have this happen to them? Like, or is it just undrafted kids that are signing in the G League for an entry-level deal that decide, oh, maybe I want to go back and get my degree?
Then good. Go back and get your degree. You don't get to play college sports anymore. If you thought you were better than that, see you later.
Well, I mean, you could take that as you will if you're saying that as a coach to a kid. But I think as a player and as a coach who wants said player, I don't really see the harm in it, especially if they're allowed to play it overseas and then come over here first. It's kind of the same. Like you can't have the best of both worlds. You just got to get rid of that whole thing in general then. And now you're cutting out like the Euro is coming over here slowly but surely. Like the two kids from Murray State today, beasts, but I just can see how you would want it both ways. And I'm just going to be the first to say it. I don't hate it. So I hate it for high schoolers, but I don't really hate it for any other reason.
So what happens in 3 years when you got a high school kid who got drafted into professional baseball, makes it all the way up to AAA and stalls? You're going to be like, oh yeah, come on back. Come play college baseball.
Well, I think it's only a basketball rule, if I'm being honest.
It's hockey rule too.
Oh, is it?
Yep.
Okay, come back and play baseball. What's the difference? You're taking it away from another high school kid potentially, or a JUCO transfer or somebody else, but what's the difference? Is there like a set amount of money they have to make to like prove it to you? Because like some of these NIL deals are lucrative and they're going to get paid more on the NIL doing all these services than making $55,000 in the G League and wasting away any talent that they had. Because we don't hear a lot about G League guys actually getting to the league and making a huge difference, right?
True.
Oh, well.
I mean,
boys.
I just don't. I don't hate it. I think it's actually a decent thing, but
Just wanted to stir the pot, see how we felt about that one.
I liked it.
But
Conversation.
I think it's time we wrap this one up. We'll get back to you guys tomorrow with our football recaps.
CFP top 25.
Oh, talk about college football playoff a little bit. Super excited for that.
Yep.
So stay tuned. We'll see you tomorrow. Like, follow, subscribe. Hit us up on all social media, all platforms. Listen to us on Spotify and YouTube. Chumps out.
Chumps out.
Comes out.
Go High Point.